This is NX2 coming at you, pre-recorded as always. We've been introducing members of our team one by one. We're still doing that, but instead we decided to introduce a newer face, one of our very talented summer interns, Jaina Lukose.
Hi.
Hi, she's a summer intern here at NX2. She's been doing really well. She's a research and content intern for us. It's a really big help. If you don't mind me asking, how did you hear about the NX2's internship opportunity?
Honestly, I was just going through like some of the internship websites, so like Handshake and internships.com, and I kind of just stumbled upon NX2, so I kind of just went from there and reading through the details and like what I'd be doing. It definitely just seemed like the perfect opportunity to kind of like get my feet wet into this interesting industry.
Is there like a detail that you read that really interested you, that like stuck out to you among all the other like sea of internship opportunities?
I think it was just that with this opportunity or this internship at least, I kind of get like real hands-on experience in like working with clients and like writing their social media posts, which I didn't really see in other internships. So I think this is what like really stuck out to me the most.
Okay, so like 'cause we always want to try and give a professional kind of experience, so
Mhm.
you like actually get into the nitty gritty of what we actually do rather than some kind of, I guess, class based internship as some other internships I've personally had.
Yeah.
Sure other people have had before. And also, when we interviewed you for the internship, you were originally a bioengineering major, but now you're an information science and technology major. What made you change?
Um, Honestly, so with the engineering major, I was always gonna take that into the marketing industry, but I've kind of like after going through my first year, I kind of fell out of love with that idea and kind of went into the idea of going into a digital marketing aspect and kind of going with coding and with like the information science and technology. I kind of get a better sense of what I'd be doing as a digital marketing major in a sense. So I kind of took that and ran with it.
Okay, that's really cool. Falling out of love with the major is kind of like this really sad, depressing thing because you
Yeah.
probably had this whole idea of like what you want to do, and then you finally get to actually work with it in classes, and it's like, oh, this isn't what I thought.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's
exactly.
really cool. You got the change of time. Not everyone realizes that in time.
hmm
It sounds like you always wanted to be in the marketing field. It was just more so in what way?
I think the reason I kind of fell into the idea of being in the marketing field is that like in high school, all throughout, I was leaders in like certain clubs and also like officers and kind of interacting with the students and administration. I was kind of getting to make these connections with these kids and adults that like I wouldn't be able to do that in certain fields. And then also on top of that, I had to run certain organizations and kind of make these decisions as to like how I would run the club and kind of bring everyone together. So I think with doing all of that, I kind of grew into the idea of I could take that and go into the marketing field and do exactly the same. So I kind of went with that aspect.
Then what you're
Yeah,
originally
I
looking
think
into.
changing my major just kind of let me hone into something more specific instead of kind of going into more general idea of it.
Okay, it's better to be the master of one than a jack of all trades and master of none.
Exactly.
Yeah. And well, since with the change in major, does that mean that has anything changed in your expectations with what you're going to learn here, or with what you're trying to accomplish at all? Or does it seem like it lines up better now instead?
I think it definitely lines up better in the sense that since I want to go into digital marketing and this internship happened to be within a digital marketing company, it definitely makes everything so much more better. And then on top of changing my major to IST, I definitely want to take advantage of how you guys are like very well equipped into like web design, and I definitely want to take advantage of that in this opportunity and kind of get more information and kind of learn more about that.
Okay. And okay, that's good. There are a lot of things to learn from an internship. There's the professional experience and the professional connections. I've always found that valuable when I was going through internships. What would you say is the most important part, though, of any internship, really?
Internships for me is one about connections because you get to meet people, and from there like you'll be able to kind of get a sense for what the field is like, because obviously you can do the work, but in talking to people that are in the field and they have that experience, they can let you know how they thought of it and what they think it's like to be in that like certain industry. And then on top of that is kind of getting to know what you want to do in the future, because obviously I'm a fresh well a rising sophomore now, but I still have no idea what I want to do for the rest of my life. So I definitely want to take this internship and kind of take advantage of the time that I have so that I can kind of figure out what I want to do or kind of get a better idea of where I want to be in a couple of years from now.
Okay, well, I wish I had taken more interest when I was like freshman, sophomore. I would have figured out the change in my major faster. So it's like really good that you're doing this now. That way, you still have a lot of time to like get everything in order, and then figure out if this is exactly which one, doing how exactly you want to do everything. Okay, so that was really interesting. Thank you for joining me.
Yep, thank
Letting me
you.
get to know you better. NX2 is incredibly lucky to have you working with us this summer, but I think this is all the time we have for this episode, so thank you for joining me today. I do appreciate it. Bye.
Bye.